Hedge, everybody. Welcome to the supposedly last run of ESA, unless that incentive for Cuphead gets reached, of course. But yeah, anyways, a little bit about the run. We are doing a two-player run. I am playing as Cappy. Dansta is playing as Mario. And we are playing on version 1.3, so because that is the fastest version. We'll get more into that when the run starts. But the very first thing is we're actually going to set in a specific time for the Switch to set up for a trick later in the run called DSCA. But we'll get to that when we get there.
Yeah, we need to wait a few seconds now because if we don't do that, we might be too fast. So that's why we have a separate timer right here. And
yeah, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Woo! Alright. So yes, as I said, I am playing as Cappy and Dansta is playing as Mario. The difference between one player and two players is that, of course, you have a second player that can play as Cappy and he can jump, he can move around while Mario stands in another place and do a lot of things. And it's very helpful at very specific moments in the run. Like right from the start, this is probably one of the hardest kingdoms for two-player due to a what should I say type of movement we will do in the frog room that's coming up.
We're not gonna use the frog, by the way.
Yeah, frogless frog room.
So now we get two-player going. You can see that by Cappy being hovering over Mario.
And that's why whenever we do these very high jumps, that's when Tylo does the jump for me, and we can, if we are on the ground, do 2 of those, because we basically have a cap jump still.
Yeah, now we're coming into that room where we're not going to use the frog here because it is a little bit faster with two-player and it also looks really nice, but it's also really hard.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Okay, whatever. We can.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of the two-player tech here. Every time Mario just jumps randomly, or seemingly randomly, that's his Tylo actually jumping with Cappy on Mario.
All right.
There we go.
Yeah, and now another trick called left side, a little trick jump to get to the top of the tower. Okay, very nice.
Yeah, this fight we're basically going to do in one player. There's no real stretch to do it faster in two-player, and
except for maybe one thing coming up right now.
One thing coming up now where I might be able to do this a little bit faster.
If Tylo meshes fast enough here.
Oh,
okay.
no.
Cappy could be right at the wire immediately without us needing to wait.
Yeah, we could instantly capture the pole, but unfortunately I didn't match right. So that's the first kingdom. Of course, you would think things get easier, but unfortunately, no.
No.
Coming up next is an even harder trick than what we unfortunately failed. Yeah, might be time for something.
Sure thing. Well, I need to catch my breath after all that. Well, that was incredible. But here is $101 from Turtle Soup Senior with no comment. But thank you very much for that generous donation. And $50 from Zero Kieran, our very own, saying, hello from Ireland. Last donation, and congrats on smashing 100K. Thank you, Kieran, for your incredible generosity all week, and everyone else as well for the very same reason. Just a reminder, underneath the comment in the donation form, there's a field that says Twitch username for crowd control coins. If you want those crowd control coins for the crowd control coming in later this event, then you need to put your Twitch username in there. Make sure you spell it right. But that's all from me. Back to you guys.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, now it's a really hard skip coming up here. Dancer is going to try and do DSS, so I'll give it some room here.
Yeah, full silence now. Not over.
It's not over yet?
Very nice.
That is really, really hard.
Very nice. That is incredibly precise and hard to do.
That is probably the biggest reset run
Yeah.
throughout the whole game. You're going to fail there so much.
Very nice. Got it first try too.
It's 10 seconds faster than not doing it, but if you miss it, then all the time save is already gone. So the second try would just be equally as fast as not doing it. Or like, if you don't get it first try, it's basically why did you try it?
Yeah. And if you mess it up too much, then you might miss the trick that I was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
It's a time-related trick, so if you're too slow, or too fast for that matter, you will not make it. But yeah, as you might have noticed, I can also move out of Mario to capture things as well. And I can also collect coins if I want to.
Yeah, one big advantage is that usually when I'm rolling with Mario, I can not really cancel it in two-player because that's like a frame-perfect input I would need to do. But because Tylo can jump for me, like I can be in a rolling state and Tylo can jump, and that's mostly what we're gonna use to optimally get most of the speed with the roll, and then still have options to do anything else.
Yeah. Another cool trick coming up here. Dansta's going to roll down and get another moon, and I will stay up here by the globe. And right after he gets the moon, I will, or at least have to.
Like he's staying up there with Cappy now. I'm grabbing this moon, and instead of me having to get back up now, Tylo is going to get the globe
There
there.
you go. Very nice.
And that's gonna save like, I don't know, 4 seconds? 4 seconds?
3-4 seconds, something like that. It's very cool. Of course, if you globe, then Mario just instantly teleports up there for some reason or another. But, you know, it helps us because, you know,
Yeah.
it goes faster. Yeah, now we're going into Sand Kingdom.
I hope we're gonna hit DST because
Yeah.
Cap.
And now this trick that I was talking about is coming up. So we do something called
Daylight savings time.
Yeah, there you go. Which basically skips an hour on the clock, and we're going to plant a seed before that activates, and then the daylight saving time will activate,
Exactly.
and the seed will be.
The Switch basically thinks that 1 hour passed because daylight savings happened on it.
Yeah.
But the seed takes like 20 minutes usually to grow. But if the Switch thinks that 1 hour passed, it's just gonna grow immediately.
Yeah, it's gonna go in.
But we'll see if we even hit the timing. I'm not quite sure.
I think it should be fine.
I need to plant the seed before 6:35.
Hopefully.
If not, we need to do manual.
It looks pretty good at this point.
Yeah.
It'll be fine. You won't see it immediately, but after
Yeah, it should be fine.
after we enter the cap, after we exit the pipe, you should see it. Of course, we do mostly the standard.
I can check if it worked. Yes,
Yeah,
okay,
yes.
it worked. It worked.
We
So
do-
You can see the plant growing there.
We do mostly the standard one-player route in most of the kingdoms, with some new tricks found in two-player,
Yes.
of course. So mostly the moons are the same, but they're a lot cooler than one-player, in my opinion.
Yeah. Also, the reason that we also go into that room is is because the plant takes a long time to actually grow up. Even though you do the skip, the plant is still gonna do every leaf one at a time. So you go into that room. So when you come out, the whole plant is instantly loaded with the moon ready for you.
Yeah, and we get a moon in there as well.
Yeah. Another cool thing I can do with Cappy is get this Cappy. Okay. And also I can ground pound with Cappy, and I can spawn moons for Dansta. So by the time he gets there, the moon's fully spawned, and you don't have to wait for that animation to finish.
Yeah, up here, usually in one-player one, you would do Dram Strat, but
coming up
it's
now.
important to note that in two-player, objects are only capturable when they are on screen. So in two-player, we have to jump all the way up here manually.
Yeah. Generally, if they're not on screen, then
It's not loaded in
yeah,
player for some
it,
reason.
it doesn't exist basically.
And we're gonna do a new route here. I'm gonna take the bullet bill while Tylo breaks that crate and spawns that moon. And we're just gonna leave it there for now and
Yeah,
go back there again. There was a new clip discovered like a few months ago, and we're gonna try that route.
Yep. Of course, coins is not really an issue anymore. It used to be a little more tighter in previous runs, but thanks to two-player actually getting the amount of coins you need for the run is pretty easy.
Also, I'm trying to do a camera minute here, so like the camera is going to be a little top-down because we're trying to manipulate a platform coming up in a bit.
we need around 300 coins in total for the whole run.
Yeah.
And it'll be very easy to get with this things we're doing. I'll let you know.
Okay, might be a good cycle. We'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay. I tried to get into the right position real quickly, but that platform can actually push Mario out.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
did too early there. I'm gonna try again.
Yeah, Dansta is trying to use the platform to get out of bounds and get a couple of fast.
There we go.
Nice,
There we
very
go,
nice.
Oops.
So that trick is very hard for, or not very hard, but it can be hard for multiple reasons.
Yeah.
It is very precise timing-wise, and also the platform cycle is kind of like random. But these are also
gonna be here.
Yeah,
even though we're here.
these are also the coins that I was talking about, already at 260 quids.
Yeah.
And those last couple of coins, we'll get those later.
All right, and that's Sand Kingdom.
Yeah, that is Sand Kingdom. Yeah. Next up is Lake Kingdom, I guess. Probably a good time
If
for
you
a couple of
have
donations.
donations,
Yeah.
Certainly, certainly. Well, here is $100 from Anonymous saying, let's get that Cuphead incentive. Chad is, as you can tell, very hyped about this. And let's also clap for another $100 from Angosh saying, thank you, ESA, for putting up an amazing event. I enjoyed the last week a lot and want to thank everybody who participated in making it such a blast. Let's make a big push for the Cuphead run and celebrate this amazing event a little bit longer. So yeah, don't forget, your donations are not just going for Save the Children, they're all going towards the Cuphead crowd control run. And if you put your Twitch username where it says for crowd control coins, you're getting coins for that very same crowd control run. Currently, the Cuphead run incentive is standing at $18,719, which means we just need just under $1,300 to get that met, so keep those donations coming. And with 103K, we should be able to meet that incentive as well. Back to you guys.
Yes.
Thank you, thank you.
Let's meet that incentive, everyone. And also, let's beat the last ESA record as well. You can do it, Pat. I believe in you.
Lake Kingdom is usually pretty chill, but there is one trick in the run coming up here real soon that is really hard. It's a scene between two walls, and Dansta is going to line up with the shadow, so his feet are a little bit to the right, and then trying to clip through. Not clipping inbounds there is really common. Capturing the flag right here, you could hear that and also see the text.
Yeah, very nice, very nice from Dansta. that clip is very hard for many reasons. Sometimes you can get the clip, Mario won't clip in, it's known as a fake clip, and you can bonk. Cappy can just say no, and especially in two-player, Cappy can actually stay in bounds while Mario is out of bounds.
That's unfortunate when that happens.
And in that case, you just dive into the water and do not get the checkpoint. And yeah, yeah, that's it, really. Yeah, a couple more moons until I don't really have anything to do during this time.
Yeah,
Well,
because for some reason, Cappy is slower underwater than I am with the fish. So Tilo can't really do much.
Yeah, unfortunately, Cappy moves very slowly in water, so the fish actually swims faster than me, so I can't really do anything. And I can't jump or do anything underwater.
With the Lake Clip Rod, we actually also skipped the boss here, because you don't need to fight bosses in this game, usually.
Or in this category.
No, just in the game, like, mostly.
Yeah.
You can skip almost any boss. You just need to have enough moons to leave. So with this route, this is actually faster than fighting the boss.
Yeah, true. Yeah, this is 90%. There's no obligation for fighting any boss.
Yeah.
We just want to get as many moons as needed as fast as possible. And yeah, that's Lake Kingdom. Coming up next is Woody Kingdom, arguably one of, if not the hardest kingdom in the game.
I mean, because the incentive got met, I would not say so, but
Yeah, the incentive got met, so yeah,
Luncheon is going to be the hardest
Luncheon
one.
is going to be the hardest one, definitely. But Wooded is a great second place, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we have a little bit of time here, so any donations here would be nice.
Absolutely. Here is $10 from Velopia saying, I'm greeting in the name of the entire group around the Super Mario Galaxy community and wish you two a lot of luck for the run. The
Thank
crowd
you.
not only sits behind you, but we are watching for you on screen.
Oh god.
That was amazing.
Thank you, thank you.
$25 from Jack Jawagon with a coffee emoji. And what I assume is a road? So, well, I don't know what that means, but that's going to be amazing. Thank you for that donation. Keep those coming. Back to you guys.
Thank you, thank you. Here's also important. Usually in one player you go into first person because then there will be no camera switch down. That loses a little bit of time. But in 2-player you cannot perform actions while you're in first person.
Yeah, you can't go into first person for some reason. I don't know why, but sure.
Yep.
Coming up here is a really good showcase of 2-player movement. Both the climb up there and then also the early capture.
Yeah. When you try to capture something that already has a cap, for some reason, Cappy just goes really fast and he becomes very hard to control. But I did well there, so it's fine. That can be a very big problem sometimes. And coming up next is a very hard trick. Or route, I should say, not the trick itself.
Yeah, not clip here, you just need a backflip timing. It's not the hardest after you learn it, but all of this out of bounds movement is the hard part.
Yeah. You wanna throw your Cappy basically the same time as the moon animation starts, and then you clip into the wall with the moon animation. Very nice. All right.
Okay. That's the normally the hardest part of what it done, but in 2-player everything can be hard.
Yeah.
Because we only had this week to practice.
Coordinating backups especially is very hard.
Yeah.
Well, when you're 2 people. Because if you make a mistake, then you kind of expect the other person to not do anything, but then they try to do something, and then you mess up even more. So it's very hard to work or to play well with 2 people.
Right there you saw Dansta actually did a long jump after the maze. Usually we do a roll cancel, but that's really, it's frame perfect to do in a 2-player, so not really something that you can reliably do.
Yeah, I try it there every time, but I've always just gotten the long jump.
Yeah.
FIS, when the game came out, this was one of the harder jumps. Now it's just a cake in, like a piece of cake.
Yeah. Usually you have to kill that parallel plant and a bridge will appear, but we skip that and just jump straight over. And a lot of cool jumps come out of that, in my opinion. Oh god. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. When I try to remove the cap of an enemy, it becomes very hard to control Cappy. Especially if I mess up. But also
So because we did not get the moon from the piranha, we also can't fight Spewed here, which is also called Spewedless. It's not Luncheon Spewedless. You're gonna see that later. But this is also 5 seconds faster than fighting him anyway. But even if I wanted to, I couldn't right now because I didn't grab the necessary moves.
Yeah. If you want to fight Spirit, then you have to kill the ground plant, but we don't do that.
I jump. No.
And that's another thing. Sometimes we have to, tell the other person what to do.
Yeah.
In case we, want to improvise something faster or something that we think is faster.
Improvising at a marathon. Nice.
Yeah, exactly. That's how we like to do it.
So here in
This is also
the pipe room,
cycle-based,
here in the pipe room it's cycle based. There is one cycle that is faster than this, but it is practically impossible to do in 2-player.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what you do here as long as you make that cycle. Of course, you could go faster.
It's a 0.5 second faster cycle technically, but it's hard in 2-player.
But if
Really hard.
if you don't do that, then as long as you get to that last moon, it doesn't really matter what you do, because you have to wait for the water anyways.
Yeah, and that's what it.
Yeah. Now we're going into Cloud Kingdom, the first time we actually fight Bowser. Normally in 1-player, we would get the hint art in Cloud.
Still getting it.
And well, he's still gonna get it. We don't have to. But yeah.
It's muscle memory.
Yeah, so he doesn't lose the muscle memory. But anyway, yeah, this is just a straightforward fight.
Yeah. If you have donations, you could probably
Yeah.
put some in.
Wait, one moment. The only thing is, Bowser throws his hats out, but we completely skip that by backflipping into the cap. And as you'll see at the beginning of the fight, he does something a little bit differently than in the other 2 cycles. But we skip the part where he throws out his cap, like that. And we try to do that for the other cycles as well. Except there he backflips or triple jumps in this case. But yeah, you can go ahead and read some predictions.
All right, so here's a couple quick ones, but very nice ones. $100 from the Sound Defense, and it's saying we can't let ESA end yet. And also $200 from Frames Bond 207, saying thanks to all the runners and this amazing event. Love to all. And join me here, audience. ESA hype!
Hype!
Very good, very nice. So yeah, if I refresh here real quick, the incentive is moving along nicely. We need just under $1,200, but don't put your foot off the gas pedal. We still need to get there by the end of this run. So keep those donations coming.
You
Back
can
to
do
you
it, chat.
guys.
I believe you.
Let's go Twitch chat.
Let's go. Yeah. Coming up next is Lost Kingdom, and if we die here, this is probably one of the worst places or kingdoms, I should say, to die in.
Except for at the end.
Yeah, except for at the end. But we go around Lost here to not trigger the Klepto, who steals me. He steals Cappy.
Hello, just gonna get removed.
And we don't want that to happen because that's slow. So we go around instead and get. That's.
No.
Oh, yeah. So if we die here, we have to respawn all the way at the start,
Yeah.
and we have to do that trick jump again to skip Klepto. That is what this is, by the way. This is to skip Klepto, grabbing their hat.
Yeah, in the community it's called Meme Tree.
Yeah.
A lot of people hated it when the game came out because the leaves moves when you're on them, so the leaves bounce and stuff. So it's just super annoying.
It's just one of those things that get easier over time because there's so much other hard stuff to do. But yeah, it's very punishing to die in this kingdom. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, every time you die, you have to walk all the way around if you don't want Calypso to take your head.
Which makes the 2-player run much more difficult.
Yeah, we're actually activating Klepto here, like triggering him. So now he won't grab Cappy anymore, even if we're in a position.
Yeah.
But usually he would.
Now the game thinks that Klepto already has Cappy, even though he doesn't. And
Okay, whatever. I wanted to do a trick called reverse trapedal here, where you don't get hit there, but it's the trapedal with Cappy.
yeah, he wanted to grab this moon that he was grabbing now before he destroyed these blocks, and then as he's climbing up, he will destroy the blocks, but he failed. So.
Yeah, taking damage is also really punishing. Not only do you get knocked back usually, but you also need to wait for your health to fill up. So every time you get hit, it's like a 5-second time loss.
Yeah. There's a taking damage adds a little bit of time to the moon animation because it heals you up and it shows you like a little thing that heals you back up to full, and that wastes like 1.3 seconds if you're taking 1 damage and 1.6 if you're taking 2.
Yeah. There's one more thing that you can do in 2-player, by the way, that we didn't mention yet. After Mario dives, usually you don't have any options anymore. But in 2-player, if we still have our cap jump, then and I dive, then Tylo can still jump. So that can sometimes save us. At the butterfly earlier, that didn't work because we already did the cap jump. But in some places, that could help us.
Yeah, you'll definitely see them in the run. So don't you worry. Yeah, coming up next is Night Metro, and there is a lot of things here as well.
For some reason, like this is supposed to be one of the easiest parts in 2-player because it's like very similar to 1-player. In practice, we always messed it up. So let's see how this goes.
Yep. Can we do it? Let's hope. Hold on. All right, nice.
That could have ended very badly.
We only grab 2 moons here, and then plus the multi-moon after the Mecha Wiggler. The rest we get in Day Metro. And it's actually faster to grab that moon in Day Metro, so we don't get that here.
Yeah, even though that's like really nearby.
even though it's right there.
This skips that cycle of the elevator there.
Yeah.
Which is like, I don't know, half a second? A second faster?
That, that,
second faster.
that trick is called Gumhek, and it's actually really it's very hard. So
Oh.
the fact that we got it first try is very nice.
Okay.
Yeah, nice. Now we're going to skip the entire hall by just long jumping.
Yeah, just longer jumping straight to the end here.
That looks very easy. It isn't.
Yeah.
Like, especially a lot of beginners messed it up all the time.
Yeah, mostly the camera there is.
And then fall all the way down again.
Yeah, the camera moves while you're in the air, and that
on its own.
really can really mess up your dive. Oh god.
Okay.
That's also a hard thing sometimes. Sometimes.
Cappy moves so fast, it's hard to control sometimes.
Yeah, and it's kind of hard to see like where Cappy is in comparison to the enemy that I'm trying to capture. But alright. Here's a Mecha Wiggler fight. This is the only like
RNG.
I would say major RNG. Part of
Major
the
means
run.
2 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. There's not a lot of RNG in this run. This is it basically. But upcoming now, the second cycle. Depending on how Mecha Wiggler moves, we will either lose time or save time. So
I don't even know which one saves time and which one loses time.
yeah. Well, it also comes down to your execution.
Yeah.
So if
I think that's not a good one, but
that is not a good one, no.
no. Whatever. It works.
And of course, the worse pattern, the harder it gets to have a good execution as well.
Yeah,
So-
but as long as you don't 3-cycle, you're fine.
Yeah. I would say that's a bad Wiggler, but at least we didn't get 3 cycle.
Yeah.
Yes. So that is half of Metro Kingdom. Now we're getting to the real stuff, the day Metro, which is also pretty hard. This run is pretty hard when you try it out.
It's like really easy to get into, but
The faster you try to go, the harder. it
yeah, I
gets.
mean
That
that's
goes
the
for-
case for pretty much everything.
Yeah, that goes for any game, including this one. Yeah, we will try our best, of course. And of course, at the beginning here, we would usually try to grab that moon and capture the pole right after. But like we stated earlier, things doesn't really exist if they're not on screen, and that pole won't be on screen when we're in this girder here.
So we need to, instead of leaving Cappy out, what you might see in one player, we need to grab the moon and then manually just walk out.
Yeah.
The walk of shame.
Unfortunately. That's very slow, I know. And yeah, now we're gonna do something called Screw Clip, where Dansta is gonna tilt his controller while driving past this thing, and then you'll actually get to go further inside the cage while tilting your controller and grabbing that moon.
Yeah, if you don't do that, like you need to basically like hold it 90 degrees or more.
Yeah.
Then Mario won't reach far enough into the cage.
Another good thing with playing 2-player, by the way, I can capture things right after Dansta gets the moon.
Yeah.
So right after moon, I will
Let's
capture
see if
the
you can even hit it.
Oh, there you go.
There we go.
Like I said, things don't exist if they're not on screen, so I can't capture that anyway. But of course, my position could have been better. But so be it.
Yeah, now we gotta come up to our first minigame room, where we need to hit all the moons, but one quick circle
Spin throw.
spin throw can get them all.
Yeah. And this is where... This is a faster route. Usually, people go to Pauline instead, and we take those 3 moons, but now we're doing bullet building, which is actually faster.
Oops. What if I do a spin throw here?
Okay, that works too. Yeah, we go into this bullet building, and Dansta's actually gonna do this room completely unknown. I'm not.
Yeah, that's like 2-player. It can work, but it's also a cycle, so it doesn't really help.
Yeah, there are some places where doing 2-player strat simply doesn't work, and is either slower or yeah, plainly doesn't work. And this is.
Okay.
Yeah.
What I wanted to do there is get Cappy above the bullet bill, which removes the head and captures the bullet bill at the same time. But I was a little too slow, so I hit the bullet bill from below instead of from above.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna come up to the tower climb.
Yeah. Another case of where we're having two players. Very nice, considering he could just pin pound and I bounce for him. It is.
I'll just dive.
Yeah. And of course, this tower climb here is also very nice with two player.
Yeah.
It's very satisfying to watch as well.
No, not if you grab onto that.
Unless you fail, of course. Oh.
No.
Okay. Well, we got it.
That's what I mean, by the way. I just dive and then Tyler will jump at the right time. And I couldn't have done anything there, but because Tyler still had the cap jump, that worked.
Sometimes I'll just do random stuff, by the way, when
Yeah, like that was didn't have to do anything, but
yep. For fun.
Shall I jump in with a few donations while we're at it?
yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
Very
That's a
good.
time.
Okay, so here's $50 from Grumpmeister saying, thanks to everyone at ESA for a wonderful event this week. Let's get that Cuphead run met, else we'd get mugged, man. Get it? Get it? Oh. That was very good, Grumpmeister. Here's another one, $50 from Aero. It's been a great week of speedruns. Thanks to everyone for making this event possible. Good luck to the rest of the runners. Yes, thank you all very much for your donations. We're about $1,100 away from hitting that incentive. So yeah, keep those donations coming.
So close. You can do it, chat. You can do it. Now we're done with the Metro Kingdom, and now we're going over to Snow. So normally, one player, we would do something called Snow Jam to get the last moon at the very end. But we're actually going to do that at the beginning. We're going to I'm going to grab the flagpole, and Dance is going to warp to that later instead of doing the trick, the Snow Jam trick.
If you have seen the Mario Odyssey run, like this is gonna look a little bit different now. Start.
Yeah, definitely. And it is actually way harder than it might look like.
We just practiced it earlier, so let's.
Yeah, let's hope it goes well. Oh god.
I need to roll. There we go.
Nice.
Nice.
There you go. Nice. Okay.
And also one of the reasons that this is actually faster is this movement right here. With two player, you can bounce in the water and go really quick over to Toad here.
Oh god. Yes. So yeah, when Dancer lands in the water, I can jump again. And if I wait until he's barely touching the water, then that's fine. And Dance again, or
as
Mario,
long as Mario doesn't sink into the water.
Mario can keep his momentum and it is very fast.
What the heck? Okay.
Okay, nice. There we go. All right, entering Shiveria now. More two-player shenanigans. Okay, it's probably a good time to read some donations actually. I don't know what happened. Or not.
Yeah, we just give it a minute.
Yeah.
Coming up here is a clip through a wall. Then Steph's gonna try and do a clip through a wall here.
Alright. Yeah, coming up next is a... okay. Dancer could have potentially done what we did in Woody Kingdom, a moon clip, to get down to this Siberia faster. But yeah, he missed it unfortunately.
But yeah, right now, like this is only a cycle base, so if you have any damage, that's fine.
This is a good moment then, yeah?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay, apologies for earlier. I was dreaming of the crowd control incentive being met, as you can tell. But yeah, let's read through this $50 donation from Blood Dive saying, thank you all for a beautiful event. I'm hyped to the last few awesome runs and already looking forward to ESA Winter 2023. Greetings from Germensch and a big shout out to the second German restream by Connect Speedruns. It was their first restream and they have done it great. Claps and GG's for them. Let's get a round of applause for them, shall we? Yeah. And overall, what an effort by all restreams again. Hype and Rummel. Yes, very good. Thank you for your generosity. Do we have time for a few more?
Yeah.
Yeah,
all right.
actually.
So let's go through and read Kern with $25 with no comment. And how about $100 from Anonymous? No comment. Very nice. One last one. Let's do, yeah, $10 from King J, one of our donation readers this event, saying, on behalf of all the people from our friend group who are currently traveling home today, just wanted to say how much fun it's been hanging out with all three of you, Tilo, Zyper, and Dansta. Wish I could have stayed the last day to be there in the audience, but I hope this message will show my support.
Of
From the
course.
airport,
We appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Joey.
Yeah, King J is saying greetings from the airport, lol. But yeah, back to you guys.
Yeah, very unfortunate that some of our the people in our group got sick. That is, it's how it is. But yeah, very unfortunate. Still very fun though. Thank you, Joey. So now we're actually going to warp to that checkpoint that I grabbed earlier instead of doing Snowdram.
Yeah, usually we would not have done that at the start and warp to the Odyssey now, but now we have that checkpoint, so we can just immediately go there.
Yeah, exactly. And that was our second shot moon, by the way. We have more than enough coins. We only need 100 more for Luncheon. Doing the
Oh.
Okay, there you go. Yeah. Sometimes Cappy gets stuck around things that I can't even see, and it becomes very hard to move considering Cappy is moving so goddamn fast. But it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
So yeah, that was Snow Kingdom. Now we're gonna come up to Seaside Kingdom. The start of Seaside Kingdom is very technical heavy. There's a lot of jumps. You need to ascend a wall at the start, and then there's also some 2D movement and going into pipes and a lot of that stuff.
2D?
2D movement?
There's a little 2D.
Where's the 2D movement? I don't know.
The third moon.
That's not 2D movement.
Oh, that's a little bit.
It's like kinda 2D, but not really. It's
2.5D.
2.5,
2.5.
2.5D.
I think that's true. What's it called, actually?
Oh yeah, I have no clue. But there are two out of bounds glitches or clips, I should say, that we do in
coming
this
up.
kingdom. So this kingdom is not see either. And this first one, well, it's not right now, but it was discovered pretty recently too. So and saved.
Yeah, I'll point it out.
You'll hopefully see it.
You'll hopefully see it, yeah. If Dansta can play well.
Okay, I get it.
Not my fault.
You wouldn't call this 2D?
No, that's not 2D.
Not really. No.
Okay, I'll just do it.
Yeah, you do. Yeah. But, you know, this is very hard considering it is like supposed to be 2D, but it's not really.
Yeah.
It becomes very hard because sometimes if you move too far, like, I guess, to the right or to the left.
You can still miss the moon.
Yeah, you can
Even
miss
though
the
that's
moon.
not supposed to be possible.
Yeah.
So now the fish clip is coming up here. Dansta will position himself very precisely behind the chest and then try to clip out.
Yes.
There we go, nice.
It's not
Really
it's not
important
over
to
yet. There you go. Okay, nice.
really important to not clip inbound here again. You need to attack with the fish to actually get enough radius to capture the moon, or not catch the moon, get the moon.
Yeah. If you try to go too fast and you might clip back and bounce, and you will always wasted a lot of time. So very good that we got that. There is another out of bounds glitch or clip, I should say, coming up
Which
right
is like
away.
the easiest.
But this one is way easier. True.
Yeah, like anyone could learn that in 2 minutes
Is
if
it-
they just gave it a try.
This is a beginner-friendly clip, I would say. Yeah. So.
Yeah, we're just gonna get this clip here. He has to go out,
Oh.
position the fish
There.
close to the edge there, and then you can clip out after. There's a trigger there that tries to push you in, but by capturing you get a little bit of freedom to move.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, it's important that we actually met the incentive for spiritless, so Luncheon is coming up. So we're gonna do the spiritless route.
Yeah.
Usually you have to answer some questions from his finger there, but thanks to the out of bounds glitch, we can actually just go right in there, and yeah, that would be a good time for some donations.
All right, I think I'm going to take this opportunity actually to clear out some of these donations that have been piling up without a comment. So here's a quick lightning round for you. Here's Svar with $20, Anonymous with 50, Anonymous with 50, Anonymous with 10, Anonymous with 25, and finally Anonymous with $5. Shall I read a few more with comments?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, two more.
Yeah, two
works.
more probably.
Two more quick ones then. So here's $5 from Amanda85 saying, "Hey Dan, what the heck is Shark Week?" And secondly, Aos with $25 saying, "Thanks for another great week. Let's get that Cuphead run."
We. Oh, sorry. Yeah,
We are $750 away from that, actually. We are very, very close, and we have 20 minutes left. So let's make it happen, Twitch chat. Back to you guys.
yes, we will not add any context to that. By the
No.
way. That is what it is. So yeah, now we're in Luncheon, and of course the incentive was messed.
Yep.
We will do Spiritless Luncheon, and the difference will come very shortly after this moon. Usually you would go into Spirit and kill him, but we will go around Spirit.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, anyways.
Wow.
Okay, that still works. That's fine.
There we go.
Nice. Okay.
You have to
there
jump
we go.
all the way out around the arena here, because the trigger for it actually goes all the way around. So it's really important to stay outside of the arena for the whole time after you then land on the rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now the whole route is also going to be different because some parts of the map are not going to be there that usually come up after you beat Spear.
Yeah. And if you hit that area at any time during the jump, you will enter this fight.
Yeah, and
So
if that happened, we would have needed to die. So I'm very happy that
we
got that first try.
Yeah. Very good. And here's another one of these
Slots rooms.
Slot rooms, yeah. We don't condone gambling on this way, but you know,
wait.
it's to go fast, so we kind of have to.
Okay. You can also hit that first one with the spin throw, but I did it a little too early.
It happens. Happens to me all the time too.
So yeah, coming up here, some of the hard parts about this kingdom, because usually these Poda boosts down here would be loaded after you kill Spirit, but since we do Spiritless, the Poda boost will not be there, so we actually have to traverse all of this pink lava without
Just with Mario and
without
Gab,
the,
yeah.
only with Mario.
Like usually right here there's a Potable, but we need to jump to the next area without that now.
Okay, really important to leave Cabby out there to actually get the extra jump, to get the extra height to make it.
Yeah. You can't actually make it up there without the jump. So you have to. It's a very fast-paced room, but this is pretty straightforward. There's a lot of motion controls here, though.
That was scary.
And it can be very scary just like that. Yeah, a lot of motion control in this. Up throws and spin throws. But it's fine. We made it through.
Also after this room now there are also not going to be any Potable, so we need to do some tricky movement again.
Very nice.
Nice.
Okay. Now we're actually gonna grab a turnip and bring it back to the pot where we were earlier.
Yeah, because there is so much stuff that's like not there, we need to like really go out of our way and grab like every bone that we find. So like we even bring this turnip all the way back and then combine it with the other one.
And yes, this is faster by the way for anyone.
Technically, yeah.
Yeah. Of course, if your movement is bad, then it's not going to be. But
It's
Yeah.
like 10 seconds optimally, but it's like really hard, so not recommended for beginners definitely.
yeah. And our last shop moon is coming up. And of course, we have more money to buy more, but we're not going.
I think we don't have to. We have 70?
I think we have over 300.
Yeah, we have a lot of coins.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, Mario's rich.
Right, I got hindered.
Yes, it's has some spare money to buy some outfits later.
Yeah.
So yeah, now one of the really hard and impressive jumps are going to come up. Dansta will traverse this huge gap, and you're going to think, oh no, he cannot make it. But there's actually some invisible blocks that he can hit with Cabby, right in the middle of the whole gap.
Yeah. We can actually make this gap. Excited.
Like this whole area over there. Okay.
Okay, it's
Jump,
fine.
jump.
Fine.
We can still make it. Not like that.
Oh.
Okay, but at least now, like this, we can now still show off the invisible blocks, hopefully.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was also one of the things, because I can't buffer any inputs in two-player. Cappy didn't come out there because I pressed the cap throw button too early. There we go.
There we go. Nice. Okay.
Alright.
Yeah, the hardest thing about being Cappy is that I have to stay at the same level of fight as Mario is. So what?
How did that happen?
Hey, what on earth happened there? So when I tried to grab that or capture that fork right there, I was at the same height as Mario, and I can't freely move up and down at will. I have to follow Mario and all.
Cappy can jump, but he goes down like immediately after.
Yeah, exactly. And I can ground pound, but it's not fast enough to actually do that. So yeah.
Now we are nearly done with Luncheon. We only need to get one more moon, and
Yeah.
we're going to get that from a little scarecrow here at the start.
Yeah. More two-player shenanigans right here.
Soon here we'll come up with Ruin Kingdom. It's a big boss fight, but it's one of the easiest.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no.
All right, all right. That's fearless there for you.
Very
the whole route.
unfortunate. Yeah. Yeah.
But we're gonna be right there.
Yeah, Dansta tried to triple jump there, but very unfortunate. Oh,
While we try to recoup, may I get a few quick donations
Yes,
in?
sure.
Yeah.
yeah,
And
sure.
also an update on the incentive. We are $261 away, and we're reaching the any one donation can do it territory, and you guys are cutting it very fine.
Let's
so
do
keep
it.
those donations coming. Let's make it happen. Let me give you one quick donation of $128.64 from Ananase saying, Ananase is saying, well, it'd be a shame to not get to see TMR. Have a miserable time as well. Let's get those last bits in, people. And yes, we are approaching ever closer. How many kingdoms are there left exactly?
3 kingdoms left.
All right, chat and everyone donating. This is your time limit. 3 kingdoms for $196 now. So get those last few donations in. Let's extend that marathon just a little bit more. Back to you guys.
I believe in
you.
you, chat. You can do it. You
Well,
can do it.
we're going to ruin now, so you can actually read a few more if you have some.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic! Yes. Okay, let's get another Amanda donation. Amanda215
Of course.
with $5 saying, "Hi, Amanda here. Sad we had to cancel our date today because of Super Mario Odyssey, but it's fine. Have fun, boys. Until next time."
Again, we won't add any context.
No.
And I'll give you another $100 donation from Andreas D saying, "Hey, I know that guy. Keep it, and crowd, let us get some hype. I know it has been a long day, but let us give a last push. Hype!
Hype!
Very nice. Oh boy, what do I see with my own 2 eyes? I think if the math doesn't lie, it's $32 left. Just a little bit more to go. So keep those donations coming. Go ahead, guys.
Yeah. So the only thing kind of important about this, in 2-player anyway, is that I actually capture the pins. It's faster for me to move out instead of Cappy, or instead of Dansta to throw Cappy out.
Kappa.
So I move very fast to get these pins, while Dansta's job is to just walk towards them. There you go.
Called Mario playing as Dancer right now, right?
Yeah, and I mean, there's not too much more to this kingdom. You can continue reading donations, actually.
Actually, let me refresh real quick and just verify here something. But I am fairly certain I need to make a very important announcement. My dearest friends, one and all, the scheduling team this entire event has worked really hard through cancellations and schedule shufflings to give us a very lovely event. And one last time, they're going to be doing one thing. They're going to be adding one more run to the schedule because we have met the Cuphead crowd control incentive. And of course, it goes without saying we've hit $103,000, but who cares? We get crowd control.
Let's go!
Let's go!
Absolutely insane. You guys are incredibly generous. I only have one last milestone I can plug at this point. $106,405, the donation total from ESA Winter 2022, the last event. And to my knowledge, the current donation record for ESA. That's $3,000 more. We can make it happen. And now that we have 2.5 hours more at our disposal, it's gonna happen. Keep those donations coming, and thank you for being insanely generous so far. Back to you guys.
Let's go, guys. We can do it. 3 more thousand. You guys can do it. All right. So coming up next is what is supposed to be, I guess, the last kingdom. But
Yeah, it's the last kingdom, guys.
yeah,
for sure,
yeah,
for
of
sure.
course. It's Bowser's kingdom. Spoiler alert, it's not. But this is another very hard kingdom.
Especially like one part, which we're gonna mention it again.
Yeah. But there is not too much gameplay in this one, actually. It is more cutscenes than gameplay, I would say.
But the gameplay that there is, it's pretty hard.
Exactly. So just because there's not a lot of gameplay doesn't mean that it isn't hard. That's for sure. Already, you can probably see there's a lot of like quick jumping and 2-player movement that is needed for this.
Yeah, so whole of Bowser's Kingdom evolves around these islands, and then every island has a thing you need to complete on it to continue forward.
Yeah. And actually, we only need to grab 2 like extra moons in this kingdom. The rest we get from story moons like these.
Yeah,
which
we can't
have
skip
to.
those,
Yeah, we
yeah.
have to get those. Because else we won't be able to... We actually can't globe unless we defeat the mecha fight. So we have to do this, fortunately. I'm not even sure if there is 8 moons that you can grab in this kingdom anyway.
Yeah, not before you complete the story, I think.
Yeah.
And this is gonna be the hard part now. We're gonna have to grab 5 shards. And Tylo can actually help me here by grabbing this first. Oh! Yeah, this first one. And it's just like really weird moving around all the enemies here.
Oh god.
Also, another thing with mostly 2-player is that when Cappy actually hits a lot of enemies, it lags the game a lot.
Nice. Okay. That is incredibly hard. I'm glad we got that.
Yeah, using the pokey there to hit the boulder into the...
Yeah, usually you
middle
want to
break.
capture the Pokio, but you can just, if you're standing in the right position, the Pokio will just do it for you.
Yeah. Are we doing this next
Yes.
thing? Okay. Coming up next is something called Bowser Dam. So like I've said before, if things aren't on screen, they don't exist. So here we have to have this very like weird camera angle while doing this.
Oh, okay, wait.
Exactly.
Get the camera good.
There you go. Okay, nice. We have to have this very hard camera angle while going towards the moon. And we can see the pole, so therefore we can capture it. Weird how that works. But yeah, we did.
Now I'm also gonna attempt a glitch in the Harriet fight called Tsar Bomba. Yeah, very nice name. Oh, okay.
That hasn't happened before, but okay. Alright, needed that coin, of course.
Okay.
Nice, okay, got it. So now there's just a bomb stuck in air. And that bomb still exists, actually. And it will hit Harriet
Like
right
immediately.
Immediately
Right here.
here.
So we can skip this cycle.
Yes. Now I will attempt to throw the bomb back at her in mid-air.
Yeah, usually you want Mario to do that and then throw Cappy in the right position.
Nice, I got it.
I still got hit, okay.
Yeah, I got it, but Dansta got hit, unfortunately.
Yeah, my bad.
Nice. Right, and here is the second fight, which is, in my opinion, way easier.
Most beginners actually say that this is the harder fight, but if you get to a point where you do the multiple strats that there are for Harriet, then this just becomes way more trivial. You just need to have the right timing to jump on top her.
Yeah. All right, very nice. Now that 2 of the bosses are done, unfortunately, we have to fight 1 more at the very end.
Which is
The hardest
boss in the game for sure.
in the game.
I think before we come out to that boss fight, if you have any donations to read out, that would be a good time.
Yeah, now would be
Oh,
a good time.
fantastic. How much time are we talking here, just to make sure?
Like
Good
1 and a
2
half minutes.
Oh, lovely. Okay, let's start off by knocking out no comment donations again. So we have The Burge with $50, Mr. Who with 25, Anonymous with 25, _ with 10, Anonymous with $100, very nice. We have KK, as in Slider of Animal Crossing, $25. Anonymous with 30, Anonymous with 50, Kimpa with $25, Pembroke Welsh Corgi with 5, Cycro with 100, Anonymous with 50, and one last refresh, Anonymous with $20. Let's also get one donation with a comment out of the way. It's username Niels with $100, and it says, okay, maybe just one last donation, even though I said I would quit last time. Yeah, well, donating to ESA, it's an addiction apparently. But yes.
Okay, I've never seen that before.
Oh, that was not on purpose. let me just tell.
Sorry.
Sorry to cut you off.
No,
Continue,
it's
please.
fine.
Continue, please.
That's fine. So yeah, here's also, let's say, let's do the $75 donation from Helmet saying, let's get TMR on the ESA stage. He'd be great for the finale. Also, thanks Poppy for the axe strat tips in Elden Ring. I guess in reference to a previous donation. But yeah, guys, I believe it's time for the boss fight, so I'll pass it back to you.
Thank you, thank you. Well, I killed that bird on axe, fortunately.
That was funny.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is the mech fight. This first part is Dansta on its own, but you will very quickly see that this is very hard. Hold on.
Yeah, we're basically trying to scale the huge mech without any pokies, only using Mario's movement and also staying up on the top of the mech all the time.
Yeah.
In this phase, you actually can't hit him, so we just need to wait on top of him.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you have to wait for his charge phase to end.
Yeah.
And then right here, we're gonna probably have one of the harder
this
ones.
is
It's
like-
really quick, really quick
Okay.
ground pound.
Okay, this might look like we failed it, but it's not failed yet. Cap is still up top.
Yes, very nice. So what I did, oh man. So after Dansta killed Harriet, I went out and ground pounded on that ledge there to stay up. Because if I had just stood in air, I would have gone back to the same height as Dansta was at, as I said earlier. So that platform there prevents me from doing that. And then I jump and ground pound at the moment where Mech throws his head back. And then I will ground pound on Spirit, and the boss fight will finish.
Yeah,
Very-
it's really hard, so I'm very happy that we got that.
Yeah, it's very hard. Like, the timing is everything. So yeah, now we're going to the last kingdom of the game. This might be a good time for a couple donations.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and read a couple donations here, some big ones. Here's $100 from Anonymous saying, well, at this point chanting, TMR, Cuphead, TMR, Cuphead. Very nice. We also have another $100 from Thriss saying, to speedrunning, now and forever. Donation goes to Cuphead by the legendary TMR. Yes, indeed, it does. I'll give you one more, $50 by Jack of Barbs saying, the feeling when you realize you forgot to choose the incentive in your last donation. Well, don't worry, we actually manually put all those in the incentive anyway. But yeah, if you were to put them anyway early, you made our job easier. Either way, thank you all for your donations, for being incredibly kind and generous. Back to you guys.
Thank you. So one thing in this kingdom that will become way more obvious is actually something we've been doing throughout the whole run, which is vectoring.
Yeah, we haven't talked about that at all yet.
Yeah, no. Which is where we basically change our angle 90 degrees while we're in the middle of while we're in air. This will give us a lot of more distance and speed as well, making this very practical.
You'll see it right here. Like this gives us just so much more distance because we're going in a 90-degree angle.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's 45. I always confuse.
Yeah, one of those two, anyway. But yeah, if we didn't have vectoring, that gap would not be possible to traverse. So, yeah. Coming up next is actually one of the biggest skips in the game.
And
Actually,
it was found on like day 1.
yeah, and it's very easy as well. Dansta will be doing a harder version of the trick, but basically you skip this moon cave, which saves like 3 to 4 minutes or something like that. And yeah, he only did one wall jump, while most players do 2. So yeah, very nicely done. And coming up next is the final Bowser fight, actually, and it's not a very hard fight. It is, I guess, the hardest part is really the beginning. But it is mostly the same as the first Bowser fight that we fought in Cloud. And there you go, the hardest part is over. So now it's just
Beating up Bowser.
beating him up until he faints, and capture him.
Fun fact: the fire here is like really small. Like if I time it well, I can actually roll over it.
Yeah, there you go. It's pretty funny. Like,
Okay, mistimed it there.
But yeah, like he did in Cloud Kingdom, he will backflip to and throw his Cappy out. And normally when you throw Cappy at the hat, it'll do like a little backflip animation, and that is basically what happens there. You backflip over the cap, or over the hat, I should say, in such a way that when the backflip animation happens, it will go straight into Mario, and you capture it right away.
Oh, okay, that's.
That is not good.
Okay, now let's. How am I gonna do the last phase now?
Usually you
casual
damage tank here to be right over the head and capture it immediately.
There you go. Yeah.
Nice.
Usually
Good backups.
he would take damage to get that last one, but can't really take damage with one.
I had too much fun with the fire.
Yep. Fortunate. But it's fine. It is fine. Now, actually, this is the last thing that I will do in the run, which is capturing Bowser. After that, my job is done. It's the only Dancer from now. There you go. 2 players over.
All
Now
done
it's,
for now.
now it's 1 player from now on. The only thing I can do actually though, I can walk this.
And he can move the camera.
True. I can also.
If he's really funny and wants to mess with me.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna do that. Maybe.
A little triple jump there to get up here faster.
Yeah, I can walk next to Bowser. That's pretty.
DSS?
DS, 2 DSS. Are you gonna do it?
Come on, one try. Come on.
1 try. All right, do it.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
nope.
There's a really hard skip here where you can actually use some of the collision on the outside of the wall. You have to jump one time on the right side, and then you have to jump all the way over to the left side and do, I think it's 5 jumps on invisible collision, which is like pixels sometimes to get up there. And then you can skip
I
that
have
2%
never done it
jump.
once, so that would have been like really funny if I got it there.
Yeah, you kind of just have to hope that it happens. Like, you can't really see the platform.
Except if you're Tyrone, the world record holder, then you're just cracked and get it like 50%.
Yeah, shout out to
Shout
Tyrone.
out to
Shout out to Tyrone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just being a minute ahead of everyone with his world record.
Yeah.
Well, if you don't count Mitch, which is also...
He's stopped playing, so...
Yeah.
But even that's for 40 seconds difference.
Yeah, true. So,
Should work? No.
okay.
Okay.
So the strat here is to get this first pillar and then do everything else, which is actually faster than doing that for the last...
Yeah, you try to get as many fireball hits in on the pillars as possible, but attacking with the claws is faster, so...
Like if I'm right there, then I'm gonna claw, but I'm gonna try to get as many in before that.
Yep. And let's see. There you go. The last
yeah,
pillar
time is
now.
going to come up here real soon.
Yep. When Dansta shoots out the wire, it will be time to end it. Time! Woo! There you go. That's the two-player any percent Super Mario Odyssey. It is a very fun run, in my opinion. It's more satisfying to watch than 1 player, and it is something that you can very easily get into as a beginner. If you join the Super Mario Odyssey Discord, you can find it on Speedrun.com. I mean, if you want to watch any more speedrunning, Super Mario Odyssey speedrunning, then you can check out me at TiloTech or Dansta at Dansta2106. Cypher doesn't really play anymore, but
you can still check him
you
out.
can still check him out. And shout outs to ESA. ESA has been a fantastic event this week.
Yeah.
It's been super fun for all of us, and it's all for such a good cause as well. And man, it gets more fun for each
time we're here. Yeah.
And it's huge shout outs to ESA. And we recently crossed 100,000 as well. Goddamn, thank you all for that as well. It is all for the children. Save the children. Let's go.
And one more shout out to Gorgonim, who actually like helped us a lot with this run.
Yeah.
Most of the strats that we are using, like we copied of him.
Yeah.
But he's actually doing it alone. Like you can also play this category with 1 player, 2 controllers, which you're gonna use your feet for the second controller. So like that's even more correct in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah. So shout out to him.
Yes. That's it for us. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Absolutely amazing. Give them your biggest round of applause, people. Up until, like, what, 20 minutes ago, you were our last one of the event, and you absolutely delivered. That was a very nice showcase. And of course, once again, incredible, reaching 100,000, hitting that crowd control incentive. I'm going to leave you with 4 quick donations, and we're going to head into a quick intermission for our final run. Here's $25 from Ginger Gravecat saying, let's make Cuphead happen. $100 from Tonico MG saying, really excited to see TMR play Cuphead before the event ends. $5 from Amanda saying, if my 2 boys here get sub-hour, I will give each of them a kiss on the cheek next time they're in Malmo. Greetings, Amanda XOXO. And finally, Duke Jello with $25 saying, let's go! Let's go indeed. Yes, let's go to an intermission, and we'll be back setting up the last crowd control run, the finale of the event. We'll be back.